So I tried the Rivers of Blood most OP weapon when the game released in 2022. But guess what? Was this weapon viable? Is this still OP? Well, today I'm going to be showing you two different type of builds that we're going to be putting together that are going to make the Rivers of Blood very deadly. And is this type of weapon good for the DLC to get you ready or even to go beyond that? We're going to be finding out. So also, I just want to ask you guys if you could please hit the like button because it does help me with the YouTube algorithm. Now, let's get this started. First build we're going to be putting together is, of course, Rivers of Blood, hitting at 186 plus 210, 186 fire plus 85, and a blood loss buildup of 73. Now, since we are using the Rivers of Blood, we're going to be making sure that we're always going to be hitting with the blood loss buildup. And with this, we're going to be using a second weapon with the blood of Katana, which we're going to be adding the seppuku. Automatically for 90 seconds, we're going to be having this blood loss already procced. Now, we're also going to be using one dagger, which is going to be the Misericordia dagger, because we're going to be adding the golden bow that is going to raise our physical and defense plus 15, and it's going to make this build really powerful. And we're going to use the dragon communion seal. And then for the different type of armor sets, the first set is going to be with the white mask, which is going to give us the 10% on physical on blood loss buildup once the blood loss is in its vicinity. And then we're going to be using, for in this case, I'm just going to be using the scale armor because it does give me a little bit more poise than any other armor and still medium weight. Now, the different type of talismans that we're going to use here, which makes this very powerful. First one, Fire Scorpion, that is going to help with the Rivers of Blood fire on it. Then we're going to use the Rotten Swing Sword insignia along with the Millicent prosthesis. Both of them are going to do 3 different type of increments on their successive attacks. So we're going to be hitting about 3 to 4, 5 to 6, and also 8 to 10% more. So it's going to be hitting very hard and very fast. And then we also have Lord of Blood Exaltation, as we are using Rivers of Blood. And with the seppuku, we definitely got to take advantage of this right away. We're going to be hitting with an insane amount of damage, not only physical, but as well as fire and bleed at the same time. And with the white mask, this is going to be very powerful. In the Flask of Wondrous Physics, we're going to be using 2 different type of different crystal tiers, as this is a level 150 build. We're going to be using dexterity, not crystal tier. This is going to raise our dexterity to 75. With this weapon, is not only going to give you a more physical, but also a more fire deadly weapon, which is going to make the Rivers of Blood very powerful. And then we're going to use the Green Burst Crystal tier, which is going to boost our stamina recovery speed for additional 3 minutes. Because we know with the Rivers of Blood, since you are using the special skill, which is the Corpse Pillar, we're going to be using a lot of the stamina, and this crystal tier is going to help to always keep up your stamina up. Character status on this build is going to be at level 150. Vigor is going to be at 30. Mind 22. Endurance 33. Mind 22 is sufficient enough to take care of all the different buffs. And endurance is 33, strength 12, dexterity is going to be 65 because this raises the physical damage that the Rivers of Blood is going to do. And since we're going to be up close to enemies, definitely got to get that up. The intelligence is going to be 9, faith is going to be 15, and then arcane is going to be at 48. Arcane is going to raise the blood loss buildup on the Rivers of Blood, which is we're going to take it to 73. If you are able to take this to 80, it doesn't really make any sense because it's only going to go about 2 to 3 different passive effects points, which it really doesn't give the weapon itself, or it doesn't make it very deadly. So at between 45 and 60, you should be fine. Now, in the other build, the only two different items that we're going to be changing in this build are going to be, first, the Albinarchic mask. This mask is very powerful when you are running an arcane build, because it's going to give you a level up of 4 different points to your arcane. As you're able to see there, I'm going to be at 52. If I remove it, it goes down to 48. This is why this mask is very powerful. Gotta get it. It's from by the volcanic location. You're going to be able to get there this mask, and trust me, is going to be very OP. The other change was going to be is in regards to the talisman. One of them is going to be the ritual sword talisman. This is going to raise your attack power when your HP is at maximum. So as long as you are going to be high on your bleed, meaning that your HP is going to be full, you should be okay on using this talisman. Now with this build, I do have a couple of options on the wondrous physics. One of them, you're going to keep the stamina one, but the one that you could probably change around is going to be the dexterity. You're going to be using the Tourney Crack tier, which is going to make consecutive attacks grow stronger in the mixed physics. This is going to give you a 3, 6, and 9 or 10, I believe, additional increment in your physical power, which is going to make the rivers of blood hit very hard. And the other one is going to be the flame shrouding crack tier. This is going to boost your fire attack that is in the rivers of blood. And since this is going to almost go together with the physical damage that you're going to inflict along with the fire, this crack tier goes perfectly with this build. So as you are seeing here in the video, you are able to see how hard this river of blood hits. It's very OP. And if you are looking to do a playthrough and get ready before the DLC, definitely got to give this weapon another chance. It's not as powerful as it was when it was released, but still, it is a weapon that you must try. Let me know in the comment section below if you try it, how powerful it is in your playthrough. Now, quick tips when you are using the rivers of blood, as you are going to be able to fight really close to enemies. I would probably do when you are fighting bosses, do not target lock on them. Instead, be more freely, and when you have a better chance when the enemy is very open, try to do target on them, and then you're going to be able to do a lot more damage than just targeting on them at all time. When regards to the different type of mobs, it's very easy with the rivers of blood. With the skill of the corpse pillar that this weapon has, it makes it very deadly. So there you go. Thank you guys for watching. Give it a try, and we'll see you guys on the next video.